Good morning, students. Today we'll do laws of chemical combination. What are laws of chemical combination? I mean, when some chemical combination takes place, then they follow these laws. There are three laws: laws of conservation of mass, law of multiple proportion, like that. So I'll give you one by one. The first law, which is called law of conservation of mass. So what is this law? According to this law, in all physical or chemical changes, the total mass of reactants is equal to the total mass of products. According to this law, in all physical or chemical changes, the total mass of the reactants is equal to the total mass of the product. So what is this law? For example, if you take example, then you can understand. Carbon plus oxygen, it gives what? Carbon dioxide. If you determine the mass of the reactants, here carbon and oxygen are reactant and carbon dioxide is the product. If you determine the mass of the reactants and if you determine the mass of the products, then you will get the mass of reactants would be equal to the mass of products. So as you know, carbon mass is 12, oxygen mass is 16 into 2, there are 2 oxygen. So you will get 12 plus 32, you will get 44 gram. This is the mass of reactants. Similarly, if you determine the mass of products, carbon 12, oxygen 32, you will get 44 gram. I mean, in the chemical reaction, in this chemical change, the mass of the reactant should be equal to the mass of products. So this is according to the law of conservation of mass. And according to this law, mass neither be created nor be destroyed. Similarly, you can say matter cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed also. Neither be created nor be destroyed. So that is why, so this is one of the law. When chemical combination takes place, when chemical reaction takes place, the mass of reactant should be equal to the mass of products in all chemical reaction, and not only in chemical reaction, in physical changes also the mass of reactant should be equal to the mass of products. Now the second law, which is called law of definite proportion. Number 2, law of definite proportion. So what is this law? This is the second law, which also follows by chemical reaction. According to this law, a pure chemical compound always consists of the same elements combined together in a simple ratio by their weight or mass. A pure chemical compound always consists of the same elements combined together in a simple, you can write definite ratio by their weight. Now what is this law? I'll give you one example, then you can understand it. For example, when you prepare carbon dioxide, you can prepare carbon dioxide by combining carbon and oxygen. You can prepare carbon dioxide like this, or you can prepare carbon dioxide like this way also. Calcium carbonate, which is also called limestone, when you heated it, then it produces calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. So carbon dioxide you can prepare by reacting carbon and oxygen, and carbon dioxide you can prepare from limestone also. By heating limestone you will get carbon dioxide. So whether carbon dioxide is obtained from this reaction or by this reaction, if you want to see carbon dioxide, carbon mass is 12 here and oxygen mass is 32 here. That means if you take simple ratio, this one become 3, this one become 8. I mean carbon dioxide always contain carbon and oxygen, and they have the definite ratio of 3:8 by their masses. This is according to law of definite proportion. So here I have taken carbon dioxide. If you take another compound also, then in all compound, the elements present in the compound, they always combine in a simple whole number ratio like this way. So this is according to law of definite proportion. Now another law which is called law of multiple proportion. This is called law of multiple proportion. This is number 3. What is this law? According to this law, when two elements combine to form two or more compounds, when two elements combine to form two or more compounds, comma, the weight of one of the element, which combine with the fixed mass of the other in these compounds, bear a simple whole number ratio. So when I take example, then you can understand what is the statement said. When two elements combine to form two or more compounds, comma, the weight of one of the element which combine with the fixed mass of the other in these compounds bear a simple whole number ratio. For example, suppose nitrogen and oxygen. When nitrogen and oxygen combine to form so many compounds. It can form nitrous oxide, it can form nitric oxide, it can form nitrogen trioxide, it can form nitrogen pentoxide. So like this way, number of compounds formed by nitrogen and oxygen. So I will take this example. This will be simple for you to understand it. When nitrogen combines with oxygen, it can form nitrous oxide, it can form nitric oxide, it can form nitrogen trioxide N2O3, it can form nitrogen tetroxide, it can form nitrogen pentoxide also. Number of compounds they can form. If you take nitrogen and oxygen mass in these compounds, you know nitrogen mass is 14. Here 2 nitrogen, that's why 28. Oxygen 1, that's why 16. Here nitrogen mass is 14, 1 nitrogen, that's why 14. Oxygen 16. Here 2 nitrogen, that's why 28. Oxygen mass 16 into 3, 48. Here nitrogen 28, oxygen 16 into 4, 64. And here nitrogen 28, oxygen mass you will get 80. 16 into 5, you will get 80. Now the masses of nitrogen and masses of oxygen I have written separately. Now here I will take nitrogen mass as fixed. Suppose in all the cases nitrogen mass is 14. I consider as nitrogen mass in all the cases is 14. Here 28 requires 14. Sorry, 28 requires 16. So oxygen required how much? 8. 28 requires 16. So 14 requires 8. Here 14 requires how much? 16. 28 requires 48, so 14 requires 24. 28 requires 64, so 14 requires 32, I mean half of it. 28 requires 80, so 14 will be requires 40. Now you see the mass of oxygen. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. That means they combine in the ratio 1:3:4:5. I mean they bear a simple whole number ratio. This is according to law of multiple proportion. Thank you.